As both teams return to the dugout, we'll be getting underway here and have the first pitch in just a second. As I was saying in last night's ball game, Logan Simmons had a 2-out single to tie it up and score Amari Jones from second base last night in the bottom of the 6th inning. Darren Maines shut down the Mineola Yellow Jackets in the top half of the 7th inning, and then Eagles moved to the bottom of the 7th. John Luttrell led off with a single. Elliott Foreman reached on an error by third baseman Caden Bell, and then Zach Malone came up and hit the very next pitch to the right side for an RBI single, and the New Diana Eagles celebrated. The winner of this matchup today will face the winner of the Mount Vernon Elysian Fields series. Elysian Fields won game 1 last night, 4-3. They'll move to game 2 at some point today. We'll see if we can get you a score update. Also in action today is the game 3 from Harmony and the Sabine Cardinals. They've split that series 1-1 as Harmony had a walk-off victory last night in the bottom of the 7th inning to beat Sabine. The winner from that series, the winner from the Harmony-Sabine series, will go on to play Atlanta, who eliminated White Oak in back-to-back games earlier in the week. On the hill today for Mineola, it's going to be number 8, Jack Hurd. Looking around the rest of the diamond here for the Yellow Jackets. Behind the plate and doing the catching, it's number 4, Coy Anderson. At first base, number 7, Caleb Gant. Second base is going to be the pitcher last night, second baseman number 10, Kaysen Davis. Shortstop is number 5, Spencer Joyner. Third base is going to be number 16, Caden Bell. As Maines is coming up to lead off the top of the first inning here. 1 p.m., beautiful day. Just a few clouds, perfect setting for an afternoon baseball game. Maines cuts the first pitch, fouls it off his ankle, 0-1. Rounding out the rest of the defensive lineup for the Yellow Jackets in left field, you've got number 3, Riley Fowler. Center field, number 11, Thomas Hooten. And in right field, number 13, Brady Schrum. Looking down the lineup for the Eagles, 1 through 7 remains the same. Maines, Luttrell, Foreman, Malone. As that ball's hit on a line to the shortstop, Joyner caught it before it was able to just touch the ground for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up number 19, center fielder John Luttrell. Behind him is going to be the DH today, number 2, Elliott Foreman. Hitting cleanups, third baseman, number 18, Zach Malone. Doing the catching is number 6, Ethan Atkinson. Hitting 6th and on the bag at first baseman, number 5, Jacob Newland. As Hurd delivers the first pitch to Luttrell, swings and misses. Hurd comes at you from the side. He's a sidearm pitcher. Has a really quick wind-up and a quick delivery to the plate. As that ball's going to be chopped over to third base, Caden Bell comes up with it, fires over to Gant for the second out of the inning. Rounding out the rest of the lineup for the Eagles, hitting 7th is your pitcher today, number 3, Peyton Brewer. Hitting 8th, second baseman, number 4, Logan Simmons. And in the 9th hole, freshman, number 10, Cole Sherman, occupying right field. As number 2, Elliott Foreman steps in today. Foreman's the DH. Through 5 2/3 strong innings yesterday as he takes outside for strike 1. Second pitch is going to be hit right back up the middle. It's going to be a 2-out single for Foreman. That'll bring up senior Zach Malone. Malone had the game-winning RBI last night, walk the Eagles off in the bottom of the 7th inning to push us to this tie-breaking game 3. Malone's had a good series. He's 3 for 7 with 2 RBIs in the last 2 games. Comes up here with Foreman after a 2-out single. First pitch from Hurd, swung on and missed, strike 1. Foreman takes his lead away from first. That pitch is going to be swung on, popped up. Second baseman running out, right fielder running in, sliding. Schrum makes a diving catch, and that'll retire the Eagles. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on. Going to the bottom of the first, your score, New Diana 0, Mineola 0. We're in the bottom of the first inning here at Driller Park. Mineola sent 4 men to the plate in the first inning. We're not able to push across any runs after a 2-out single by Elliott Foreman. Mineola is going to be led off by their catcher, number 4, Coy Anderson. Anderson's 0 for 6 with a walk in the last couple of games. Had 3 strikeouts yesterday. Looking around the defense for the Eagles, number 3, Peyton Brewer's doing the pitching on the hill. Behind the dish is number 6, Ethan Atkinson. First base, number 5, Jacob Newland. Second baseman, number 4, game-tying RBI last night, Logan Simmons. At the shortstop position, you've got number 7, Darren Maines, occupying the bag at thirds. Number 18, senior Zach Malone. Out in left field, we've got number 9, Hayden Thomas. Center field, number 19, John Luttrell. And in right field, number 10, Cole Sherman. Brewer comes into the ball game in the regular season. Has not pitched in the postseason. This is his first appearance, but in the regular season, pitched 23 1/3 innings over 7 games, had a 1.5 ERA. 20 walks, 37 strikeouts. Only allowed 6 runs, 5 of which were earned. Yesterday's ball game, Mineola was able to put 3 on the board. That was the only 3 runs they scored all game. As Malone's playing up on the grass, is anticipating the bunt from Mineola as Brewer starts Anderson with a fastball for strike 1. Mineola had 3 bunts in the first inning last game. Had a had a bunt single and sacrifice, and then Hurd actually bunted for an out. That Brewer fastball is cut on and missed, 0-2. Brewer's a hard-throwing right-hander. Comes to you, sits between 85 to 86 miles an hour. As Anderson's in the very back of the box here. Brewer kicks, fires, hesitates. It's going to be fouled back. 0-2. Still 0-2. New Diana is in their Navy uniforms today, same uniforms they wore yesterday. Have the gold lettering, number and ND on the front, number on the back. White pinstripe pants, Navy stirrups, and white socks. The 0-2 from Brewer. It's going to be grounded. Third baseman, Zach Malone carries him into foul territory. Throw goes over Newland's head all the way to the fence. Sherman's backing up, but the error is going to allow Anderson to get down to second base. Eagles have the leadoff man on. Go down as E5. Was a chopped ball hit just off the dirt, bounced right down the third baseline. Malone was playing in close, but was able to grab it, carried him into foul territory. When he set his feet, he just threw it high there to Newland at first and pulled him off the back. Newland's on the grass now as that brings up number 3, left fielder, Fowler, who lays down a drag bunt. We've seen this multiple times from Fowler. He's very good at it. He'll do a drag bunt. He's pretty speedy. Makes you make a good throw, makes you field your position. That's what this entire Mineola team does. They've got 9 hits over 2 games. Only 4 hits yesterday, 3 of which came in the first inning. But they play small ball and make you field your position. Very gritty team. The 0-1. Taken. Fowler squared, but it caught the outside corner, pulled back, didn't think it was a strike. 0-2. Newland's about even with the pitcher's mound here. In at first. He's going to back up here as Fowler's already squared. Pulls it back. It's going to be dribbled right back to Brewer. So it's going to get the job done. It's the same thing as a sacrifice. It'll go 1-3 in the book. So with 1 out, Mineola's got a runner on third base here. Basically a swinging bunt there from Fowler. That's going to bring up number 10, second baseman Kason Davis. Davis is 2 for 7 in the series so far. One of only 3 Mineola hitters that have gotten hits against the Eagles. First pitch from Brewer. Fastball low, 1-0. Davis steps back into the box. Set to receive the pitch here from Brewer. Both of the corners creeping in. Brewer misses outside. Take the count to 2-0. Davis pitched all 7 innings yesterday for the 6 innings, rather. Did not get an out in the 7th inning there. Did take the loss for Mineola in the walk-off by New Diana. That Brewer changeup misses. Be 3-0. It's going to be very important that New Diana keep the Mariners to a minimum. That was the reason they lost the game on Thursday night. Two critical errors in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cost them a run. That that Brewer fastball is right down the middle for strike 1. Take the count to 3-1. 3-1, 1 out, bottom of the first inning. Mineola threatening with a runner on third. Fastball misses way outside. It's going to be a walk. This Kason Davis takes his trot down to first base. It's going to bring out the cleanup hitter, first baseman, number 7, Caleb Gant. This game starting much like last game did last night, when except that the Yellow Jackets don't have a hit yet. Anderson reached courtesy of an error. 2-base error. Was basically sacrificed over on a swinging bunt by Fowler. Now Davis takes his lead away from first as Brewer checks him over his right shoulder. Comes home, fouled. Dribbled just back to the third base dugout. 0-1. Gant comes into the ball game 0 for 6 in the last 2 games. Steps in here with Yellow Jackets at the corners. Anderson on third. Davis with a 1-out walk on first. Brewer kicks, fires. Fouled again. 0-2. Eagles need a strikeout here. Definitely help. Strikeout or a ground ball to the middle infield could potentially get us out of this. The 0-2. Long look over at first by Brewer. Kicks, fires. Right down the middle, taken for strike 3. Good pitch by Brewer there. He composed himself on the mound, made a quality pitch. Sets Gant down. That's going to bring up the best hitter so far for the Yellow Jackets, shortstop, and game one starter, Spencer Joyner. Joyner's 3 for 5 with 3 doubles and 4 RBIs. Comes up here with 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Bottom of the first. As that catches the outside black. 0-1. New Diana did not score in the top of the first inning. Mineola threatening here. Brewer set to deliver the 0-1. In the dirt, ball 1. That'll even the count at 1-1. As Joyner steps back in. Brewer fires, curveball misses. 2-1. Yellow Jackets have been doing a good job of putting the bat on the baseball with 2 strikes. Brewer checks Davis at first. Davis takes off. Long leg kick. Not going to be a throw from Atkinson there. As Brewer misses, it's going to run the count to 3-1. Three-1, 2 out, bottom of the first inning. Yellow Jackets have runners on second and third. Joyner at the plate. Brewer takes a deep breath. Looks at Anderson over at first. Big leg kick. Fires high. It's going to be the second walk of the inning. Bases are now going to be loaded for the DH, number 15, Connor Gibson. Gibson's 0 for 5, did walk a couple of times last night. As Brewer massages the ball just off the rubber here. Puts his glove back on. Toes the rubber and looks into Atkinson for the sign. First pitch to Gibson. Misses. Ball 1. Brewer set to deliver the 1-0. Misses low. Ball 2. Two and oh's your count, 2 outs, bottom of the first inning. Mineola's got the bases loaded. Eagles had an error, had the leadoff man come on, or reach base. They have had 2 walks, a ground out, and a strikeout. DH Gibson bats. Brewer with the big leg kick, misses low, 3-0. As Brewer adjusts his hat, walks to the back of the mound and up the back of the hill. Gibson going to be taken all the way here. It's going to be a strike just below the letters. Mineola crowd didn't seem to think so. Make the count 3-1. Brewer steps, kicks, fires, misses way outside. The third walk of the inning is going to plate Anderson. Mineola's going to take a 1-0 lead here. As we're going to have a quick mound visit here from Coach Martinez. We will take a short break and be right back with you. We're still in the bottom of the first inning here at Driller Park. Got 2 outs. Bases are full of Yellow Jackets. Courtesy of an error and 3 walks, Mineola leads New Diana 1-0. Going to bring up the right fielder, number 13, Brady Shrum. Shrum's 0 for 4, does have an RBI in the last couple of games. Just had a visit from Coach Martinez from the dugout. Brewer kicks, fires high, ball 1. Not a lot to say here. We got to throw strikes. Misses outside, ball 2. Two outs. Misses high, ball 3. Brewer working very quickly. Looks like we're going to have the home plate umpire is calling Coach Martinez to come over. They're embraced down the third baseline as the umpire is talking to Martinez about something. Not really sure what's going on here. But Martinez is going to make a mound visit to Brewer. Got the Mineola coaches coming down to find out what exactly is going on here. It's obviously something Brewer's done, or not really sure what's going on here. It's not every day that you see this, so obviously that won't count as an official mound visit for Martinez. Home plate umpire is now going to go down and talk to Mineola head coach Russell Bowker. Explain to him exactly what's going on here. 3-0's your count, 2 outs, bottom of the first inning. Mineola has already scored 1 run. We've had 3 walks this inning, in danger of a 4th here. That would plate the second run of the inning. Mineola's made contact with 1 baseball so far. Haven't had a lot to swing at. 3-0 catches the inside corner, 3-1. As Shrum steps back in, Brewer kicks, fires right down the middle for strike 2. 1 more can get us out of it here. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Eagles are going to get out of the bases loaded situation, only relinquishing 1 run. Going to the top of the second inning. Your score, New Diana 0, Mineola 1. Top of the second inning is going to be led off by number 5 hitter catcher Ethan Atkinson. Atkinson's 1 for 6 with a double. Had a leadoff double last night in the bottom of the 6th inning. Start the Eagle comeback. Leads off the top of the second. First pitch swinging. Going to be a ground ball to Joyner. Backhands it, fires over against for the first out. Good play by Joyner. as Atkinson was first pitch swinging. It's going to bring up first baseman Jacob Newland. Newland's 2 for 5 over the last couple of games. Had an RBI double yesterday in that pivotal bottom of the 6th. Mineola leads New Diana 1-0. Had three walks and an error in the last inning. That pitch is going to hit Newland on the shoulder, so that's going to send him down to first base. So with 1 out, the Eagles have a man on. That's going to bring up the pitcher, number 3, Peyton Brewer. Brewer struggled in the first inning. Had trouble finding the strike zone. Through 31 pitches. Hope we can shake that off and recover here. The Eagles are only down 1-0. Newland takes his lead away from first after the HBP. Brewer takes high, ball 1. Brewer's 1 for 5 with a walk. The 1-0. It's going to be a ground ball, slowly hit out to shortstop. Joyner fields it, no chance to get Newland. Makes the throw over to first to retire Brewer. So Brewer gets the runner moved. That's going to bring up number 4, second baseman Logan Simmons. Last night's ball game, Simmons was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Had an RBI single that plated Amari Jones yesterday to tie the ball game up in the bottom of the 6th inning. Comes up here with Newland on second base after a hit by pitch. 2 outs. First pitch swinging, fouled back to the backstop. A 1's your count. 2 outs. Top 2. Mineola leads New Diana 1-0. Hurd misses outside, ball 1. Hurd throws harder than Davis did last night, but nothing overpowering. That's going to be looped out second base. Not going to be able to get it. Martinez is holding Newland up at third as Simmons is able to advance to second base on the throw. Martinez held, ball was just hit out onto the outfield grass there. Cason Davis dove for it and missed it. Right fielder came in and was able to make the throw in. It's going to bring up the freshman, number 10, Cole Sherman. Comes up here with 2 outs, runners in scoring position, second and third. After the 2-out single by Simmons. First pitch to Sherman, swung on and missed, strike 1. Big spot here for the freshman. Sherman has proven himself all year. As Anderson sets up outside. Second pitch in the dirt, swung on and missed, 0-2. Oh, 2 outs. Eagles have runners on second and third here, threatening. Third pitch in the dirt, swung on and missed, strike 3. That's going to end the Eagle rally going to the bottom of the second inning. Mineola leads New Diana 1-0. Mineola is going to be led off by their number 8 hitter, center fielder Thomas Hooten, here in the bottom of the second inning. Eagles threatened in the top half of the frame after a 2-out single by Logan Simmons moved Newland over to third. Not able to scratch across any runs, though, as Mineola leads New Diana 1-0. Hurd squares to bunt. Malone playing in on the grass, takes high for ball 1. Brewer kicks, fires, misses high again, ball 2. Two and O's. Hurd leads off here. Excuse me, Hooten leads off, not Hurd. Takes low for ball 3. Mineola looking to get the leadoff man on here again via the walk. As Brewer takes a slow walk back to the mound. Adjusts his cap and toes the rubber. The 3-0. Misses way high, ball 4. It's going to be a mound visit here from Coach Martinez. We're going to take a short break. Hear a word from our sponsors.
Elite Refrigeration and Air has over 25 years experience and is located right here in Diana, Texas. We're here to help you with all your refrigeration and air conditioning needs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whether you need a small repair or a brand new installation of your AC unit, ice machine, heat pump, or cooler freezer, Elite Refrigeration has you covered. Call 903-387-8247 day or night to have one of our highly qualified technicians dispatched out to your location because the best never rest. Elite Refrigeration is a proud sponsor of New Diana Eagle Baseball. Are you struggling with debt, car payments, student loans, credit cards? You're not alone. 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. There is a way out. My name is Jeff Newland, and I've started a financial coaching practice to help people overcome their debt and eliminate the financial stress in their life. To schedule your free 15-minute consultation, you can call or text 903-309-0549. You can also email newlandfinancialcoaching@gmail.com. That's NEWLAND financialcoaching@gmail.com, or look me up on Facebook at Newland Financial Coaching. If you're tired of money creating problems in your life, start your journey to financial freedom today. Newland Financial Coaching is a proud sponsor of New Diana Eagle Baseball.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all.
Here in the bottom of the second inning, Eagles do make a pitching change. Coming in to pitch is going to be number 8, freshman Austin Kearns. Kearns has been particularly effective in a couple of close ball games this year. Come in to pitch. The young man's used to pitching in pressure situations. During the regular season, Kearns pitched just 5 2/3, had a 2.47 ERA, and that's small sample size. Over 3 games. Comes up here with nobody out. Thomas Hooten with a leadoff walk. Kearns will face the number 9 hitter, pitcher Jack Hurd. Hurd's 0 for 3 with a couple of walks in the last couple of games. Squares to bunt here. Kearns misses low, ball 1. Kearns checks Hooten over at first. Set as Hurd squares, misses the bunt, though, evens the count at 1-1. Kern set to deliver the 1-1. Hurd squares again. It's going to be a ground ball. Kearns feels it from his rear end, fires over to Newland at first. Sacrifice works to perfection, as that's going to get Hooten over to second base. So with less than 2 outs here, Yellow Jackets have a man in scoring position. So we move back to the top of the lineup. Catcher Coy Anderson. Anderson reached and scored, reached on an error and scored Yellow Jackets' first run this afternoon. Now Newland plays in on the grass, expecting a bunt from Anderson. First pitch swung on, fouled back toward the third base dugout, 0-1. The Eagles can somehow find a way to compose themselves here and minimize the errors. The bats will eventually turn on. The 0-1 from Kearns. It's going to be popped up. Second baseman Logan Simmons moves back to his left, makes the grab. It's going to be the second out. That's going to bring up left fielder Riley Fowler. Fowler grounded out to Brewer in the first inning. Runner on second is Brewer's responsibility still, so we haven't closed the book on him yet as Newland plays in. That pitch is going to be skied out to left field. Hayden Thomas sets underneath it and makes the grab. It's going to retire the Yellow Jackets here in the bottom of the second inning. Moving to the top of the third, your score, Mineola 1, New Diana 0.
School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message
Number 7, Darren Maines is going to lead off for the Eagles here as we're back to the top of the order. Top of the third inning, Mineola leads New Diana 1-0. Had 3 walks and an error back in the first inning. Plated the only run of the ball game thus far. First pitch to Hurd's going to be flied out to right field. Right fielder backs up. Left field. That's going to be Riley Fowler out there in left field. Retires Maines for the first out of the inning. The Eagles continue to hack at that first pitch. Brings up center fielder John Luttrell, takes high and away for ball 1. Luttrell had an exceptional game last night, went 3 for 4. Led off the bottom of the 7th with a single. That ball's going to be drilled through the shortstop hole. Joyner had him shaded over to third base, as the Mineola's done all series. Luttrell's on with a 1-out single. It's going to bring up the DH today, Elliott Foreman. Foreman had a 2-out single back in the first inning. really get the feeling that it's just a matter of time before the Eagle bats can light on fire like they did last night. Luttrell takes his lead away. That's going to hit Foreman in the back of the helmet. Helmet comes off. He's going to flip the bat over to the third base dugout. Hope the young man's okay here. So he's going to pop his helmet on, takes a slow walk down to first base. So with one out, Eagles are going to have runners on first and second. Zach Malone at the plate. Malone flied out to right fielder Schrum is first at bat. Mineola continues the overshift. Second baseman's playing just about 5 feet to the right side of the bag. Slowly, that ball's going to get past Anderson. First pitch to Malone, so that's going to put runners in scoring position here. Will be a pass ball as it was just a little bit outside, but glanced off of Anderson's glove for ball one. So Luttrell's on third with a one-out single. Foreman's on second base after the hit by pitch. Malone at the plate. 1-0's your count. Slow breaking ball catches the outside corner for strike one. Malone raises his bat to the heavens, takes a deep breath, and steps back in. 1-1, 1 out. Eagles threatening. That ball's going to be flied out to right field. Right fielder's on it, falls to his knees, makes the grab. Luttrell's going to tag up. Ball's going to be cut off by the first baseman. So the Eagles are going to tie it up here with a one-out sacrifice fly by Zach Malone. It looked like the ball was going to drop there. I'm not sure if Schrum tripped or if he did. He tripped at the right time because he was able to make the catch at his knees. So with 2 outs, going to bring up the catcher, Ethan Atkinson. Atkinson grounded out to Joyner his last at bat. First pitch from Hurd, taken high for ball one. Foreman, the lone base runner, now at second base. Takes his lead. Joyner still shading over to the third base side. Foreman takes a big lead, bounces off. Hurd gives him a look. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field. It's going to be caught by the center fielder, Hooten. Eagles, but not before the Eagles score 1 run on 1 hit, tie the ball game up going to the bottom of the third inning. Your score, Mineola 1, New Diana 1.
And best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care, the sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 826,000 high school student athletes in Texas have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are...
We've moved to the bottom of the third inning here at Driller Park in Kilgore, Texas. This game 3 between New Diana and Mineola. Game is all tied at 1 apiece. After RBI sacrifice fly by Zach Malone plated John Luttrell to tie the ball game up in the top half of the frame. Number 8, Austin Kearns' first pitch to the leadoff hitter, number 10, Kason Davis for Mineola, is a strike. 0-1. Kearns from the wind. It's going to be fouled out past the batting cages down the first base side. 0-2. Peyton Brewer was your starter, pitched through 35 pitches in 1 inning of work. As that ball's going to be swung on and fouled. We'll do it again at 0-2. Faced 8 Mineola hitters. 2 strikeouts, 4 walks. Allowed 1 run, was not earned due to the error. The 0-2. That's going to hit Davis in the shin. So for the 3rd consecutive inning, Mineola's going to have the leadoff hitter on. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Caleb Gant. Gant went down looking, was one of Brewer's strikeout victims back in the 1st. Looks down at third base coach Bowker, making sure Davis is okay over there at first base. The ball looked like it clipped him in the ankle. As Gant digs in. Squares to bunt, takes off the outside corner. Strike 1. Gant didn't seem to think so. We saw that last night from the young man. Anytime you get a called strike on him, he looks at the umpire like he's lost his mind. Bats here, 0-1. Malone's in on the grass. As Gant squares again, Kearns fires over to Newland at first to keep Davis honest. It's back safely. Another throw over. Malone's about 10 feet in on the grass at third base. Outfield is probably played shallow, fairly shallow, I'd say. As Hurd squares there, ball's in the dirt. Good block by Atkinson to keep Davis at first base, even the count at 1-1. Excuse me, 2-1. I think it's 1-1. There we go. Having scoreboard issues here at Trailer Park. Gant squares again, pulls back, squares back. Foul tipped it into Atkinson's glove. It's going to make the count 1-2. Gant squared again. The pitch from Kearns, swung on, foul. It's going to be fair, actually, just inside the third base bag. They're waving around the runner here from first. Throw's going to come from Thomas. It's going to be cut off by Malone as Gant has his first hit of the series. An RBI double down the third baseline. Mineola's going to take the 2-1 lead here. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Was able to just chop that ball over the head of Malone and down the left field line. Takes his lead away from second. Kearns comes set again. Squared again. This time it's going to be popped up. Nothing doing. Kearns is able to field it. That's going to be an infield single for Joyner. Infield bunt single. That'll bring up the DH, number 15, Connor Gibson. Yellow Jackets have runners on first and third. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Joyner takes his lead away from first. Gantz away from third. First pitch misses low and away. Ball 1. Gibson walked his first time at bat back in the first inning. Mineola looking to get back the run. Excuse me, they've already gotten back the run that they gave away in the top half of the frame. Looking to do more damage as Gibson swings and misses. That'll even the count at 1-1. The 1-1 is going to be fouled over the first base dugout. Out of play, 1-2. That double by Gant was the the second hit. No, it was the first hit. The infield's bunt was the second hit for the Yellow Jackets this afternoon. That ball's going to be fouled straight back, 1-2. Remains your count. Nobody out, bottom of the third inning. Mineola has runners at the corners. The number 6 hitter, DH Connor Gibson up. That ball's going to be in the dirt. Get away from Atkinson. That's going to plate Gant from third base on the wild pitch. Mineola's going to take a 3-1 lead here in the bottom of the third. Still nobody out as Joyner heads down to second base. Two and 2 is going to be your count on Gibson. The Eagles have a fight on their hands here to keep their season alive. Still a lot of baseball left. Got to stop the bleeding here, though, in the bottom of the third inning. Relinquished 2 runs so far. Ball again in the dirt, blocked. That's going to make the count 3-2. Joyner takes his lead away. It swung on and missed. Gibson's going to go down on strikes for the first out of the inning. And it's going to bring up the right fielder, Brady Schrum. Definitely, Schrum looks down at third base, coach for his sign. Definitely expect a bunt here. Most likely down the third baseline. Schrum does not square, takes off the inside corner. Ball 1. The 1-0. Kern spins, fires. Joyner's just able to get his hand back in there as Maines applied the tag. Looked like it was very, very close. Umpire's right there on top of it. He's got the best look at it of anybody. So was a very good move there by Kearns as Maines slipped in behind him. 1-0, still your count. Pitch misses, 2-0. We're here in the bottom of the third inning. Mineola leads New Diana 3-1. They've scored 2 runs this inning, courtesy of a hit by pitch and a timely double by Caleb Gant. Kearns is that ball's gonna be low, go off Atkinson's glove. It's gonna allow Joyner to go down to third base here. So with still just 1 out in the inning, see if that goes down as a wild pitch or a pass ball. Count's going to be 2-1 on Schrum. Newland still playing in on the grass here. 2-1s in the dirt, misses, 3-1. The 3-1. Just missed low, ball 4. So with 1 out, that's going to bring up the number 8 hitter, center fielder Thomas Hooten. Hooten walked and was left stranded on second base in the last inning. Comes up here with Mineola runners on first and third. As he looks down at third base coach for his sign, Atkinson steps out in front of the plate and relays the signs to the infield. See what they want to do. Hooten has also been one of the ones to square multiple times here. Squares again. It's going to be a ground ball. Malone fields it, fires over to Newland. Was able to keep Joyner at third base. That's going to be the second out of the inning here. Bottom of the third inning. Mineola leads New Diana 3-1. New Diana in trouble. Runners on second and third for the Yellow Jackets. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Jack Hurd. Hurd takes right down the middle for strike 1. The 0-1. Fouled back over the first base dugout. 0-2. Hurd had a sacrifice bunt his first attempt back in the last inning. As Kearns toes the rubber, looks in Atkinson for the sign. Kicks and fires. Misses high. Ball 1. Kason Davis led off the inning with a hit by pitch. Eventually scored a run on a Caleb Gant RBI double. And Gant scored on a wild pitch. That's how we got to our 3-1 lead here. Hurd's going to fly that one out to center field. John Luttrell sets up underneath it, hauls it in. But not before Mineola scores 2 runs on 2 hits. 2 men left on. Moving to the top of the 4th inning, your score, New Diana 3, Mineola 1.
There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Texas high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Are you worried how 2020 has impacted your teen's social development? We are too. Want to know what might help? Participating in the performing arts in high school. It's been hard being a teenager recently. Hard to cope, hard to keep up, hard not to feel like you're missing out. Everything's different and nobody knows what's next. Encouraging your son or daughter to participate in performing arts can really help. Those are high school activities like band, orchestra, choir, theater, speech, and debate. They'll make new friends, develop confidence, and feel the satisfaction of being part of a team. Participation in the performing arts aren't a cure-all.
We've moved to the top of the 4th inning here in Driller Park in Kilgore, Texas. Mineola leads New Diana 3-1. Eagles scored a run in the top half of the last inning, but Mineola answered with 2 of their own in the bottom of the 3rd. After an RBI double from Caleb Gant and a wild pitch. Eagles are going to be led off by first baseman Jacob Newland. Newland was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd inning. First pitch from Hurd. Misses in the dirt, ball 1. The 1-0's just a bit outside. It's going to be 2-0. Two 2-0's you count. Newland leading off here. looking to do a job, get on base any way that he can. Bell's playing on the cut of the grass at first base as that ball misses high and away. Ball 3. 3-0's your count. Got to figure Newland's going to have an automatic take here, as Hurd hasn't been close with his first 3 pitches. That ball's going to catch the outside corner, strike 1. Newland steps back in. That ball's going to miss outside as Newland flips the bat over to the third base dugout with a leadoff walk. The Eagles have the leadoff man on here. He's going to bring up number 8, Austin Kearns. Looks like Kearns is going to be. Of course, he came into the ball game for Brewer, so that was a straight substitution there. As Anderson takes a minute to run out to Hurd. Kearns steps into the box. Nobody out. Newland on first base after a leadoff walk. Top of the 4th inning. Mineola leads New Diana here in this game 3-1. Kearns squares to bunt. The ball's going to catch the outside corner as Kearns pulled back. Be 0-1. Kearns squares again. Fires over to first base. Newland back in time. Bell's on the cut of the grass, charging here. Kearns and Newland both look down for the sign. Martinez relays the signs. Claps his hands. Kearns steps back in. Hurd comes set, fires quickly over to first base. A little closer play that time. Newland able to get back in time, though. Oh, 1. Nobody out. Newland on first after the leadoff walk. Top of the 4th inning. Mineola leads New Diana 3-1. Newland takes off. Had the hit and run on there. Kearns fouls it back. The 0-2. Kearns steps back into the box. Still have a big hole. The second baseman's playing real close to second base here. That ball's going to be fouled back close to the third base dugout. We'll do it again, 0-2. Hurd checks Newland over at first. Kicks, fires. Umpire says yes. Kearns tried to check his swing, but umpire called him out behind the home plate. Did not check first base. It's going to bring up number 4, Logan Simmons. Simmons had a 2-out single his last at bat. Comes up here with 1 out. Newland on first. Hurd comes set. Quick throw over first base. Newland's back safe. Ball dribbles away from Gamp. Long look in here for Hurd. Misses outside, ball 1. One and oh's your count, 1 out. Top of the 4th inning. Mineola leads New Diana 3-1. Hurd misses off the outside corner again. 2-0. Hurd comes at you from the side. His ball is going to tail away from right-handed hitters. That pitch is going to be fouled in the box. 2-1. Here's your count on Logan Simmons. The 2-1. It's going to be a ground ball to Joyner. Double play ball. It's going to flip the ball over to second base. Fires over to first. Not in time to turn the double play, but does force Newland out. Go down as a fielder's choice, 6-4. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Cole Sherman. Sherman went down on strikes his first at bat. Comes up here, top of the fourth, 2 outs. Mineola with a 3-1 advantage over New Diana. Quick throw over. Little deke there from Gant. Acts like the ball got away, but not fooling Simmons. Sherman steps in. First pitch swung on and missed. Was foul tipped back into Anderson's glove. You strike one. Second pitch in the dirt, swung on and missed. Strike 2. Sherman having trouble recognizing the low pitch below the knee there. Steps back in here, 0-2, 2 outs, top 4. Simmons takes his lead away from first. Little check swing foul down the first base line. Hurd stares into the sign from Anderson. Anderson sets up on the outside corner. That's going to be a little slow ground ball out to shortstop Joyner. Joyner flips over to second, not going to be in time to get the speedy Simmons. Sherman's going to reach on the fielder's choice. That's going to take us back to the top of the order here. Number 7, Darren Maines. Maines hit a line drive to the shortstop Joyner to start the game. Flew out to left field his last at bat. Comes up here with 2 outs, top of the 4th inning. Eagles with runners on first and second. Hurd set, checks Simmons at second. Kicks, fires. Slow curveball. Delayed call there by the umpire. Calls it a strike, taken by Maines. Not a bad take there. We've seen that pitch a couple of times. It's a very slow bending breaking ball. Anderson again set up on the outside corner. This time misses, 1-1. As Joyner continues to shade over to third base side, second baseman is playing almost behind the bag at second. Creates a big hole on the right side and in the normal shortstop's position. Maine's able to hold his swing up there. Ball was low, so it's going to be 2-1. The 2-1. Swung, big cut there by Maine. Swung on and missed. That'll even the count at 2-2. As Maine steps back in. 2-2, 2 outs, top 4. Eagles with runners on first and second. That ball's going to be flown out to center field. Hooten giving chase. Running in. Makes a running catch to retire Maines for the last out of the inning. Going to the bottom of the 4th. Your score, Mineola 3, New Diana 1.
Participation in the performing arts aren't a cure-all, and they certainly won't make the pandemic go away. But they will make the teenagers in your family feel like they're part of something special. This message presented by the NFHS and the Texas University Interscholastic League.
Yellow Jackets are going to be led off by their catcher, Coy Anderson, here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Mineola leads New Diana 3-1. Eagles threatened, leaving 2 men on in the top half of the frame. Coy reached on an error and scored a run his first at bat. Popped out to second baseman Simmons his last. Swings and misses of that Kearns fastball. Strike one. Anderson back in, the 0-1. Kearns misses low for ball one. The 1-1. Hits the plate, bounces high up into the screen at the backstop. 2-1. 2-1. Mineola's leadoff hitter, Anderson, leading the top of the inning off, or excuse me, bottom of the inning off. That curveball's going to get away from Kearns. It's going to hit Anderson in the back as he runs down to first base. So for the fourth consecutive inning, Mineola has the leadoff man on. Going to have a visit here from Coach Martinez. Slow walk out to the mound. We'll give you a little game recap here. In the top of the first inning, Eagles went, we're actually going to hold off on that game recap. We're going to have a pitching change here. So it looks like number 7, Darren Maines, is going to come in to pitch. As Jacob Newland and Ethan Atkinson both retreat to the dugout. Looks like we're going to have Atkinson probably a replay of last night. Atkinson will go out to shortstop and Newland will go behind the dish, which would mean Foreman should come out and play first base, unless Kearns goes to first base. Kearns may go play first base since Foreman's the DH today. That looks like that's what may happen here. So we're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Going to have a pitching change. Number 7, Darren Maines, is going to come into the ball game. Kearns entered the bottom half of this inning, hit the leadoff hitter in the back. So Mineola's got the leadoff man on. Now we'll go to our game recap, our scoring recap. In the bottom of the first inning, Mineola was able to scratch across 1 run, courtesy of an error and 3 walks, as number 3, Peyton Brewer, was the starter. Game remained 1-0 until the top of the third, when the Eagles were able to scratch across 1 after a 1-out single by John Luttrell, scored on a sac fly by Zach Malone. And in the bottom half of the last inning, bottom half of the third, Mineola is able to plate 2 more runs after a hit by pitch, an RBI, and double, and a single and a wild pitch. So that's how we got to 3-1 here, bottom of the fourth inning. Eagles have struggled over this 3-game series to be patient at the plate, and while Mineola certainly doesn't have any overpowering pitching, they do what has to be done to get the job done. They throw strikes, they pitch to contact, and they field their positions. Mineola's made 1 error in these 3 games, whereas the Eagles have made 5 to this point. Walks, free passes, and errors have been the story of the 3-game series so far, and Mineola's exceptional ability to bunt the baseball. They bunt the baseball for singles and sacrifices. They definitely play small ball, and they do it very effectively. So we're going to have up ready to start the action back here. Left fielder Riley Fowler is going to be up as Anderson takes his lead away from first. That Maine's curveball misses. Ball one. Malone plays in on the grass at third, fully expecting a foul or bunt here. That fastball is going to be flared out. Second baseman Logan Simmons giving chase. Almost collides with right fielder Cole Sherman. They both dive for the baseball. Anderson was well off the bag, but Simmons not able to recover. Did a great job just to be able to catch the ball and not collide with Sherman. That's going to be the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up the second baseman, Kason Davis. Very athletic play there by Simmons. Had to turn and run back to his left, probably 50 feet. Ball was not hit exceptionally hard or high. Hung up there just long enough for him to make a diving catch as Davis fouls that first offering from Maine's back to the screen, 0-1. Oh and 1, one out. Bottom of the fourth inning. Mineola leads New Diana 3-1 as Maine's has a quick throw over to first. Kearns stops it. Kearns was able to, is going to stay in the ball game, play first base. Eagles are at double play depth up the middle. Malone on the grass at third. The 0-1. Misses inside. Ball one. It's going to even the count at 1-1. Maines comes set. Delivers. Ball's going to be popped up. It's popped out to Simmons again. Simmons is backing up. Called off by John Luttrell. Luttrell comes in and makes the catch. Great job there by Luttrell to call off Simmons. Simmons wasn't quite in position, and Luttrell was charging hard. So Davis will go down for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up first baseman Caleb Gant. Gant had his first hit of the series. It was a very timely RBI double in the last half of the last inning. Gant squares to bunt. Maines misses off the outside corner. 1-0. One is your count, 2 outs. Bottom of the fourth inning. Gant squares. Got him, picked him off of first base. Anderson was caught leaning as Maines gives a long look over to the first base. That's going to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Going to the top of the fifth. Your score, New Diana 1, Mineola 3. Mineola has a 3-1 lead here in the top of the 5th inning. Eagles are coming to bat, going to be led off by center fielder John Luttrell. Luttrell's 1 for 2 on the day. Scored the only Eagles run as he takes high and outside from Hurd for ball 1. Scored the only Eagles run back in the 3rd inning. Eagles ended the bottom half of this frame with a pickoff. Darren Maines to Austin Kearns as Luttrell smashes one foul down the third baseline, 1-1. Let's hope that that's a spark that the Eagles need to get moving here. Have the 5th, 6th, and 7th innings left to do some damage. Pitch from Hurd's going to sail high, ball 2. The 2-1. Misses outside, ball 3. 3-1's your count to leadoff hitter Luttrell. Here in the top of the 5th inning, Eagles trailed the Yellow Jackets 3-1. That ball's going to be chopped over the head of the third baseman, under the glove of the shortstop Joyner. It's going to go out into left field for a leadoff single for Luttrell. That ball was chopped just high enough. It got over the third baseman's glove. Joyner was shaded toward third base anyway. Came over to try to make a play, and it snuck right underneath his glove. So it's going to make Luttrell 2 for 3 on the day. That's going to bring up the DH, Elliott Foreman. Foreman's 1 for 1, was hit by a pitch his last at bat, singled back in the 1st inning. First pitch fouled straight back. 1-0. You're listening to Game 3 of the area series between the New Diana Eagles and the Mineola Yellow Jackets, taking place at historic Driller Park here in Kilgore, Texas. Winner of this series, winner of this game, will go on to play the winner from the Mount Vernon Elysian Field series taking place later today. Pickoff attempt there. Gant's going to try to give another deke there to Luttrell. Runs back past the bag at first like he's missed the ball. Nothing doing as Foreman steps in. Hurd looks in for the sign from Anderson. Sets up off the outside corner. It's been customary. Misses. Way outside. Ball 1. That'll even the count at 1-1. Foreman adjusts the back of his helmet with his right hand. Steps back in the box. Hurd comes set. That ball's hammered. It's going to be down the left field line. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Martinez is waving Luttrell around as the left fielder relays it in. Joyner coming home. That's going to allow Foreman to get to third base. He's safe with a sliding triple. RBI triple for Elliott Foreman. Foreman smashed that ball down the third baseline, went all the way down into the corner. Left fielder Riley Fowler gave chase. It was a long time before he got to him. Joyner cut the ball off out on the outfield grass and decided to fire the ball home, which allowed Foreman to get to third base. It's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, number 18, Zach Malone. Your score now, New Diana 2, Mineola 3. The tying run, 90 feet away, nobody out, top of the 5th inning. First pitch to Anderson, misses off the outside corner, ball 1. That'll probably technically go down as a double for Foreman, reaching third on the throw to home plate, but as that Hurd pitch is swung on and missed, strike 1, evens the count at 1-1. Either way, it was an extra base smash by Foreman. Absolutely hit the ball on the screws. Second baseman's gone back to his typical place at second base. Shortstop still plays shaded toward third as that Hurd pitch is going to miss way outside. Ball 2. Take the count to 2-1. Nobody out here, top of the 5th inning. Mineola leads New Diana 3-2. Eagles threatening. That pitch is going to be inside. handcuffed Malone, swung on and fouled it down the third base line. 2-2. Malone had an RBI sacrifice fly his last at bat. Was able to plate Luttrell back in the third inning to score the first Eagle run. Luttrell started this inning with a single followed by Foreman's double. That ball's going to be fouled. As Malone stays alive, count remains 2-2. Let's hope these big Eagle bats are finally waking up. Malone set to receive the 2-2. It's going to be grounded. Third baseman Bell looks at Foreman, is able to keep him at third. Gant's going to throw the ball back to Joyner covering third base to try to get Foreman, but nothing doing. So it's going to be the first out of the inning. And bring up the catcher, Ethan Atkinson. If Atkinson's able to hit the ball on the ground anywhere other than third base for the pitcher, the Eagles are going to score a run here. First baseman's even with the bag. Middle infield's playing deep. Left fielder's 3/4 of the way to the fence and out there. That ball's going to be hit on the ground. That's going to get it done. Hit on the ground to the shortstop. Fires over to Gant as Foreman scores. Go down 6-3 as an RBI ground out as the Eagles have tied the ball game here in the top of the fifth, 3-3. So with nobody on and 2 outs, going to bring up number 5, Jacob Newland. Newland's reached base both plate appearances today. Was hit by a pitch his first one and walked his second at bat. Comes up here as the Eagles have just tied the ball game 3-3 on an RBI ground out by Ethan Atkinson. Inning was started by John Luttrell, leading off with a single, followed by, as that ball is smashed to shortstop Joyner. Joyner fielded it, but then it fell out of his glove on the transition. So Newland's going to reach base on the error. Ball was hit right at Joyner, took one hop. He was able to backhand it, and as he was transitioning to his throwing hand, he dropped the ball. So that brings up first baseman Austin Kearns. Kearns went down swinging his last at bat. Comes up here batting in the top of the fifth with 2 outs. Newland gets his lead away from first. It's going to be a ground ball right back up the middle. Hits the bag. Is able to field it and force Newland out at second base. Yellow Jackets had that defensive play played perfectly with the second baseman playing just about behind the bag at second. But the Eagles have come back to tie the ball game. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error. Going to the bottom of the 5th inning, your score is all tied. Mineola 3, New Diana 3. Listening to Game 3 of the area series between the New Diana Eagles and the Mineola Yellow Jackets. New Diana tied the ball game up in the top half of the 5th inning after a leadoff single by John Luttrell and an RBI double by Elliott Foreman. Foreman then scored the tying run when Ethan Atkinson grounded out to the shortstop for the RBI. The bottom of the 5th is going to be led off by the cleanup hitter for Mineola, first baseman Caleb Gantz. Gantz last at bat, he had an RBI double. Scored the third run for Mineola as he squares here, but pulls the bat back as takes high for ball one. It's very customary for Mineola. They like to square and then pull it back. That's going to be no pitch as the press boxes played a song right as Maines decided to, and Maines' wind up there. So umpire immediately declared no pitch. So we'll do it again. 1-1. Maines misses outside, 2-1. I don't think he declared no pitch. I think he just called time. That ball's going to be flied out to left field. It's going to fall just out of play. Just over the fence as Thomas gives chase. Good hustle by the left fielder there. Even the count at 2-2. Closing the book on Austin Kearns. He threw 36 pitches in 2 innings of relief. Faced 11 Mineola hitters. As that ball's going to be grounded out to Ethan Atkinson. Fires over to first for the first out of the inning. Finished the line on Kearns. Had faced 11 Mineola hitters. 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. Both Brewer and Kearns will get the no decision today. Since the Eagles have tied it up here in the top of the 5th. That ball's going to be sliced down the first base line. Bounces off the batting cages here at Driller Park and out of play. 0-1. 1 out, bottom of the 5th inning. Game's all tied, 3-3. Maines working quickly here, gets a sign from Newland. Ground ball, so going to go glance off of Malone's glove. Malone's not going to be able to recover there. Just glanced off the tip of his glove and rolled about 20 feet away. So Joyner's going to be on after the error on Malone there. Go down to E5. That ground out in the top half of this, the ground out of Gant to lead off this inning was the first time that the Eagles have been able to retire the leadoff hitter for Mineola. That's going to bring up the DH, Connor Gibson. Gibson was a Kearns strikeout victim his last at bat. Walked in his first at bat. He's left stranded at second base. Main comes set. It's going to be a fly ball out to John Luttrell in center field. Luttrell sets up underneath it. Hauls in the second out of the inning. It's going to bring to the plate right fielder Brady Schrum. Schrum was a Brewer strikeout victim his first time and walked his last at bat. He's also left stranded at second base. As Yellow Jackets have left 6 runners on base through the first 4 2/3. Maines quickly fires over to Kearns, but Joyner's back in time. Maines comes set. Kicks and fires. Catches the inside corner for strike 1. Good fastball there from Maines. Malone back even with the bag at third. That ground ball is going to be right back up the middle. Atkinson's going to take it himself. Steps on the bag to force Joyner out. That's going to end the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error. Going to the top of the 6th inning. Your score, New Diana 3, Mineola 3. We're in the top of the 6th inning. New Diana and Mineola all tied at 3. Eagles are going to be led off by number 4, Logan Simmons. Simmons swings at the first pitch from Hurd, fouls it off his ankle. He's going to go to his knees here just outside of home plate here. Did not go off his ankle, went off, looks like they made the inside of his thigh. Simmons in quite a bit of pain here, so we're going to have a little break in the action. There's not a tougher kid on the team than Logan Simmons. He'll walk this off and go back to the plate. Just needs a second to recuperate here. We're in the top of the 6th inning. Count's going to be 0-1 when we resume play. Simmons leading it off here has fouled the ball off his inside of his thighs. Looks like I think the ball actually may have hit the plate and bounced back up and hit him. Simmons says we're all good. Takes a deep breath. Ready to step back in the box. Jack Hurd still your pitcher for Mineola. As Simmons takes low and away for ball 1. It's going to even the count at 1-1. Simmons singled back in the 2nd inning, hit into a fielder's choice back in the 4th. That pitch is going to be skied out to center field. Center fielder Hooten sets up underneath it to retire Simmons for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, number 10, Cole Sherman. Sherman went down on strikes his first at bat, hit into a fielder's choice his last at bat. Comes up here with nobody on, 1 out. Grounds first ball pitch to the shortstop, Joyner. Joyner pats his glove, throws the ball over to make the out. That's going to take us back to the top of the order. Pitching now. It's number 7, Darren Maines. Maines is 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Has lined out to the shortstop, flown out to left and center field. Comes up here with 2 outs, top of the 6th inning. New Diana and Mineola all tied at 3. As Maines takes outside for ball 1. Sun now shining brightly on the field. Bit of a cloudy day here at Driller Park. That ball's going to be lifted out into left field. Riley Fowler, Thomas Hooten comes over into left center field, makes the grab. Eagles are going to go down 1-2-3. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, your score, New Diana 3, Mineola 3. Bottom of the 6th inning is going to be led off by number 8 hitter, center fielder Thomas Hooten. Hooten's 0 for 1 on the day, walked his first at bat, grounded out to Malone his last. Number 7, Darren Maines on the mound for the Eagles. So Malone plays on the grass at third. Everybody else in the normal positions. First pitch for Maine's fastball swung on and missed, strike one. Maine's kicks, fires, catches the outside corner, 0-2. Since entering the ball game, Maine's has retired 6 of the last 7 hitters as Hooten shows bunt. Maine's misses high, ball one. Only base runner we've had so far since Maine's has entered has been Joyner, who reached on an error. Hooten squares again, fouls this one back. We'll do it again, 1-2. 1-2. Hooten leading off the bottom of the 6th here for the Yellow Jackets. Squares once again, pulls it back. Swings and misses, foul tip, goes into Newland's glove as he fires it down to Malone to throw it around the horn as Maine sets down Hooten for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, pitcher Jack Hurd. Hurd's did a good job on the mound for the Yellow Jackets. Has thrown 71 pitches to this point. First pitch is fastball right down the middle, strike one. As Malone continues to play on the grass here, we've seen Hurd bunt multiple times. That's going to be a ground ball right back at Maine's. He's going to flip it over to Kearns for the second out of the inning. It's going to take us back to the top of the order. Catcher Coy Anderson. Anderson was hit by a pitch his last at bat, reached on an error his first at bat, and scored the Mineola's first run. Also has popped out to Logan Simmons. Anderson's yet to have a hit here in the 3-game series. Steps in here with 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning. First 2 batters have been retired by Maine's. Kicks, fires high. Ball one. Malone back even with the bag here with 2 outs. Umpire says that ball grazed the shoulder of Anderson, so that's going to be the second time he's been hit by a pitch this game. Pitch was inside. Anderson just turned around to face the umpire basically, and thinks the ball just grazed the jersey. Brings up Riley Fowler, who fouls the first. Maine's offering back 0-1. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th inning. Mineola has runner on first here as Malone's playing way in on the grass here. We've seen Fowler bunt multiple times. Quick throw over. It's going to be picked by Kearns. Good job there keeping that ball from going to the fence. As Maine's looks into Newland for the sign, umpire says play ball as Fowler steps back in. The 0-1. Outside, good block by Newland there. It's going to keep Anderson at first base. Even the count at 1-1. One, 2 outs, bottom 6. Game all tied at 3. That fastball is going to be fouled. 1-2. Even with 2 strikes on Fowler, we know that he can lay down the bunt, so Malone is continuing to play in on the cut of the grass. Eagles have had better bunt defense here as Fowler's already squared. Malone's creeping. Fowler pulls it back. Ball's in the dirt. Newland tries to block it. It's going to squirt away from him toward the third base dugout. It's going to make the count 2-2 as Anderson advances down to second base. Not sure if what part of the gear there the ball hit, because it squirted sharply over to the third base dugout there. But 2-2, 2 outs. Bottom 6. Game all tied at 3. Maines with a long look in. Fowler squares. Pulls it back. Hits the outside corner. Fowler looks at it for strike 3 as Maine sets him down. We're moving to the top of the 7th inning. Your score, New Diana 3, Mineola 3. Here in the top of the 7th inning from Driller Park, New Diana and Mineola all tied at 3. Eagles are going to have their 2-3-4 hitters up as Hurd finishes his warm-up and Anderson fires the ball down to second base. Going to be led off by number 19, John Luttrell. Luttrell's 2 for 3, scored 2 of the 3 Eagle runs this afternoon. Hurd looks in for the sign from Anderson. First pitch is going to be drilled through the hole between the shortstop and second base once again for Luttrell. On base with another lead-off single. Young man has been absolutely clutch the last 2 games. That's his 3rd hit this afternoon. He's 3 for 4. Six for 12 in the series. It's going to bring up the number 2. Foreman typically does our catching, but he's the DH today. Taken high, ball 1. If the Eagles are able to scratch across a run here, they could close the door in the bottom half of the inning. Luttrell takes his lead away from first, representing the go-ahead run. That ball's going to be fouled over to the Eagle dugout at third base. Even the count at 1-1. Foreman takes a deep breath, steps in. Hurd looks in for the sign, checks Luttrell at first. Kicks, fires, misses. Ball's going to get away from Anderson. It's going to go all the way to the screen. That's going to put Luttrell in scoring position with the pass ball. As I said before, the Hurd's pitches, it comes at you from the side, kind of throws almost a little slow slider that glides across the plate. Sometimes he misses wide, and that glanced off of Anderson's glove there. Was about 2 feet outside. Counts 2-1 on Foreman. Foreman reaches. That's going out to right field. Luttrell's tagging up. Hurd's coming in. Luttrell's not gonna advance. Good move as he fires the ball into Joyner. He's going to retire Foreman for the first out of the inning. Excuse me, right fielder was Hurd yesterday. It's Schrum today. Schrum with a good fire into Joyner, the shortstop there. So with one out, that's going to bring up third baseman Zach Malone. Malone's 0 for 2, does have a sacrifice RBI fly. Sacrifice fly for an RBI back in the third inning. Second baseman Davis covering the bag. That pitch is going to be low. It's going to bounce away from Anderson. Luttrell with a great secondary advances on the play as the ball dribbled just back behind here at Driller Park where it says Bulldogs around the plate. So the Eagles have the go-ahead run 90 feet away. Mineola is going to bring the infield in. They're going to have to try to cut down the run at home. 1-0 count on Zach Malone. Chops the ball down the third baseline, foul. Even the count at 1-1. Malone was last night's hero with the RBI single that walked it off for New Diana in the bottom of the seventh inning. Here in the top of the seventh, your score is all tied 3-3. John Luttrell is on third base after a leadoff single. Advanced to second on a wild pitch and advanced to third on a pass ball. Anderson sets up outside. That ball's going to be drilled off the glove of Joyner. Luttrell's going to plate the go-ahead run as the ball dribbles out into the outfield grass. New Diana is going to take the lead here in the top of the seventh inning, 4-3 on the seventh hit of the ball game. That ball was smashed, and with the infield in, Joyner tried to make a diving catch, and it glanced off his glove and bounced into the outfield grass. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Ethan Atkinson. Atkinson had an RBI ground out his last at bat, tied the game at 3-3. Top seven, one out. Malone takes his lead away from first. That ball's hit right back up the middle. Joyner's going to give chase. It's going to bounce out into center field. It's going to be a one-out single from Atkinson. As the New Diana bats are starting to come alive in the late innings. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 5, Jacob Newland. Newland came up in the bottom of the sixth yesterday with with nobody out. Hit an RBI double to start the rally to continue the rally for the Eagles. Comes up here with runners on first and second, one out. Top seven. New Diana has already taken the lead, 4-3. Infield's Joyner is still shaded toward third base. Second baseman Davis is going to play almost behind the bag at second base. Malone takes his lead. First pitch hit right back up the middle. It's on a line. It's going to fall right in front of Hooten. Malone's going to round third. Throw's going to go all the way to the backstop. That's going to allow Atkinson to advance to third. Newland to second on an RBI single by Jacob Newland. Eagles advance their lead 5-3 here in the top of the seventh inning. Third consecutive hit for the Eagles, fourth of the inning. And with runners at second and third, it's going to bring up the freshman, number 8, Austin Kearns. Kearns reached on Kearns hit into fielder's choice his last at bat. First pitch from Hurd, swung on and missed by Kearns, strike one. Atkinson's on third, Newland's away from second. That pitch is going to miss off the outside corner, even the count at 1-1. Again, Mineola defense is playing deep everywhere except for third base. Bell's on the grass at third. Outfield's playing about halfway deep. The 1-1. Ground ball foul. Take the count to 1-2. Luttrell started the inning with a single. Malone came up with one out after Luttrell advanced to third on a pass ball and a wild pitch as Kearns ducks to get out of the way there to even the count at 2-2. Then Atkinson came up, had a RBI single that plated Malone. Had a single that plated Malone. And then Newland came up, hit another RBI single, fell right in front of Hooten. As that ball's going to get away from Anderson, Atkinson's coming in, sliding safe on the pass ball. New Diana leads Mineola 6-3 as Newland advances to third. That ball squirted away from Anderson. It's going to be the third wild pitch of the inning as New Diana has blown it open here with a big crooked number. Counts 3-2 on Kearns. Jacob Newland takes his lead away from third base as Kearns steps in. 1 out, top 7. New Diana has already plated 3 runs this inning, taking a 6-3 lead. That pitch is going to be driven right back up the middle. It's going to be a 1-out RBI single for Austin Kearns as New Diana plates their 4th run of the inning, 7-3. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change here, so we'll take a quick break as the third baseman, Caden Bell, is going to come in relief. We'll hear a quick word from our sponsors.
Elite Refrigeration and Air has over 25 years experience and is located right here in Diana, Texas. We're here to help you with all your refrigeration and air conditioning needs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whether you need a small repair or a brand new installation of your AC unit, ice machine, heat pump, or cooler freezer, Elite Refrigeration has you covered. Call 903-387-8247 day or night to have one of our highly qualified technicians dispatched out to your location because the best never rest. Elite Refrigeration is a proud sponsor of New Diana Eagle Baseball. Are you struggling with debt, car payments, student loans, credit cards? You're not alone. 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. There is a way out. My name is Jeff Newland, and I've started a financial coaching practice to help people overcome their debt and eliminate the financial stress on your life. To schedule your free 15-minute consultation, you can call or text 903-309-0549. You can also email newlandfinancialcoaching@gmail.com. That's NEWLAND financialcoaching@gmail.com, or look me up on Facebook at Newland Financial Coaching. If you're tired of money creating problems in your life, start your journey to financial freedom today. Newland Financial Coaching is a proud sponsor of New Diana Eagle Baseball.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win.
New pitcher for the Yellow Jackets here is going to be number 16, Caden Bell. Bell comes up and inherits a runner on first base after Kearns had an RBI single. New Diana has pushed 4 runs across here in the top of the 7th. Lead the Yellow Jackets 7-3, have 1 out. Your hitter is number 4, Logan Simmons. First pitch from Bell, swung on and missed, strike 1. Simmons is 1 for 3 on the day, singled back in the 2nd inning. Has hit into a fielder's choice and also flown out to center field. New Diana bats have absolutely exploded this inning with 5 hits, and 4 runs. As Bell comes set, Simmons is going to foul that one back over the grandstand, 0-2. He kind of knew it was just a matter of time. Before the bats finally woke up. They woke up in the late innings yesterday, and it's the late innings today. As Bell comes set, misses off the outside corner. Ball 1. 1-2's your count, 1 out. Kearns takes his lead away from first. As Bell steps off the rubber, we'll reset. The 1-2. Swung on. It's going to be flared out to right field. It's going to drop right in front of Jack Hurd out there taking over in right field. So Simmons with a 1-out single. 6th hit of the inning for the Eagles. Kearns advances to second. We're going to have a pinch hitter here for Cole Sherman. It's going to be number 11. Chris Reed enters the ball game. Reed comes up with 1 out, top of the 7th inning. New Diana leads Mineola 7-3. As Bell misses outside for ball 1. Reed digs in. Chris Rico Reed takes off the inside corner for strike 1. 1-1. Eagles have had 5 consecutive hits, 6 total in the inning. 1-1's your count, 1 out, top 7. New Diana leads Mineola 7-3. Anderson sets up on the outside corner. That ball's going to miss outside, 2-1. Reed spits in his glove, rubs it on his hands and then on his pants, steps in. Ready for the 2-1. Taken on the inside corner for strike 2, 2-2. Reed's back in the box. Bell comes set. The 2-2. Swung on a hard ground ball. Third base Joyner is going to swipe at the tag. Called safe. Does make the throw over to Reed. To get Reed at first. Very close play at first base. I have to see who our new our third baseman is, number 10. It's going to be Kaysen Davis. Swiped at Kearns as he was passing by, but did not tag him. Umpire called him safe. Made a strong throw across the diamond to retire Reed. That's going to take us back to the top of the order. 9th man to hit in the inning. Pitcher Darren Maines. Maines entered the ball game back in the Maines entered the ball game back in the 4th inning. It's been very effective pitching for New Diana. Comes up here with 2 outs. Takes the first pitch high, ball 1. New Diana has runners on second and third. Already lead Mineola 7-3 after plating 4 runs. 6 hits this inning. That ball's going to be popped up. It's going to go close to the third base dugout. Just out of play. That'll even the count of 1-1. Maines is 0 for 4 on the day. Hit a line drive to the shortstop, who is still Joyner and is still playing shaded over toward third base. Mineola is going to stick with their defensive alignment. It punished them last night, and it's punished them again today. The 1-1 is going to be popped up. First baseman Gantz backpedaling, moves over to his left, is able to haul it in. That's going to retire the Eagles, but not before they score 4 runs on 6 hits. 1 error in the inning. Going to the bottom of the 7th, Eagles are 3 outs away from advancing to the regional quarterfinals.
Hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school, plus all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sport.
We're picking the action back up here in the bottom of the 7th inning from Driller Park in Kilgore, Texas. New Diana put up a big crooked number in the top half of the inning. Lead the Mineola Yellow Jackets 7-3 in this rubber match of Game 3. Yellow Jackets are going to be led off here in the bottom of the 7th by number 10, Kason Davis. Davis is 0 for 1 on the day. He's walked and been hit by a pitch. It's number 7, Darren Maines, stands atop the rubber. Curveball in there, strike one. Big bender there from Maines. The 0-1. Swung on and missed, strike two. 0-2's your count. With Davis leading off, second baseman here for Mineola. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. It's going to go all the way to the backstop, though. Newland gets it, recovers, fires down to first, but not in time. It'll be a drop third strike. So the Yellow Jackets have the leadoff man on here. These are the three hardest outs to get in baseball, the last three outs of the ball game to close it. Brings up to cleanup hitter, first baseman Caleb Gant. Maine's fastball misses high, ball one. One oh's your count, nobody on. Nobody out. That fastball is going to be lifted out to left field. Hayden Thomas calls for it, sets up underneath, and makes the grab for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up the shortstop, Spencer Joyner. Joyner's 1 for 2 on the day. Has walked, reached on an error, and had a single back in the third inning. Comes up here with Davis on first base after the drop third strike. Maines kicks and fires. It's going to be a line drive hit out. It's going to be hit over the head of Cole Sherman out in right field. That's going to roll almost all the way to the wall. Sherman recovers, fires the ball into Simmons. It's going to advance Davis all the way to third base. So with one out, Joyner doubles for the fourth time in 3 games. And that's going to bring up the DH, number 15, Connor Gibson. Gibson's 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. 0 for 7 in the series with 3 walks. Comes up here with 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning. New Diana leads Mineola 7-3. Mineola's got 2 runners on. As Maines misses high, ball one. Defensive arrangement for New Diana straight away. The 0-1 is going to be grounded over to Atkinson. Atkinson's going to field it, fire over to first for the second out of the inning. Mineola will score a run there, as the ground ball also advanced Joyner to third base. That's going to bring up number 13, Brady Schrum. Schrum is 0 for 2 on the day. 0 for 6 in the series. As that Maines fastball misses, ball one. Eagles are 1 out away here. Bottom of the 7th inning. Lead the Mineola Yellow Jackets 7-4. Mineola has a runner on third base. That pitch is fouled back, 1-1. Scoreboard says 0-2. Maybe the first pitch was a strike, and I had missed it, but we'll prepare for the strikeout as if it's 0-2. No, it's 1-1. Scoreboard's wrong yet again here at Driller Park. Maines kicks and fires. Outside corner, strike 2. 1-2's your count, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Maines steps off the mound, adjusts his hat, strides back up on top. 1-2, 2 outs. Yellow Jackets down to their final strike. Curveball in there, looked at for strike 3. New Diana will advance to the regional quarterfinals after defeating the Mineola Yellow Jackets 7-4 and ending their season. We'll be back with you, ladies and gentlemen, with the final lines and stats. We want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for hanging with us. Game 3 of the area playoffs has gone final. Your New Diana Eagles are victorious, 7-4 in 7 innings. They defeat the Mineola Yellow Jackets to move on to face the winner of the Mount Vernon Elysian Field Series, taking place at ETBU later this afternoon. Elysian Fields leads that series 1-0. Looking at your final line on the stats. First pitching for Mineola. Number 8, Jack Hurd will take the loss. 87 pitches, 6 1/3. Faced 34 Eagle hitters. Had 2 Ks, 1 walk. Gave up 11 hits, 7 runs, all of which were earned. Caden Bell pitched the last 2/3 of an inning. They're in the top half of the 7th. The Eagles' big inning. Faced 3 Eagle hitters. Gave up 1 hit, no runs, none earned. Eagles pitching staff started by starter Peyton Brewer. Went 1 inning, faced 8 Yellow Jacket hitters. 2 Ks, 4 walks, 1 run, was not earned, 35 pitches. Following him was number 8, Austin Kearns, came in and pitched 2 innings. Faced 11 Yellow Jacket hitters. Had 1 strikeout, 1 walk, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, both were earned. And Darren Maines comes in, is your winning pitcher. Pitched 4 innings of 1-hit baseball. Gave up 1 run, was earned, had 4 strikeouts for the win. New Diana was 7 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors. Mineola, 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. Eagles certainly didn't make it easy, but the bats came alive here in the late innings, just like they did last night. We want to thank all of our sponsors for listening to us and joining us, and we want to thank everybody for coming out this afternoon to Driller Park to cheer on these Eagles. This has been Jeff Newland, the voice of the New Diana Eagles. Thank you for listening. Have a great afternoon.